Peace, love, and light. Today is Friday. This is the 12th. And I be Alejaibra. How Alejaibra be this morning? I be tired, honestly. Um, Tired with permission to be. You know what I mean? Uh, Sometimes we have to sign the permission slip, right? Giving yourself permission to rest, cause rest is vital. You know. Um, Rest is vital, and we don't rest enough. I don't rest enough. Fuck it. We don't rest enough. Because when I started them, shit, I started a whole crew. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was with some beautiful people yesterday. The spider web, gotta get that spider web together. With some beautiful people yesterday. I kinda want this tripod to be smaller. Um, Actually, the whole world was just beautiful yesterday, to be honest with you. Like, wasn't even just like one beautiful person that I was with yesterday. Yesterday was, I dined, I lived in the land of the beautiful. Very, very abundant, you know? And it came to me, this show that I'm doing, right? What the show is called, you know? Because, you know, we've been chilling with me and me, and me been chilling for me and me for a long time. And I couldn't figure out exactly what to call this thing that I'm doing. And yesterday the name hit me. Yeah, I'm gonna turn myself around, look myself in the eye. Yesterday, the name hit me. So currently you are tuned in to an episode of Submitting to Algebra. Submitting to Algebra. Yeah. So what you witness in the conversations and the things that takes place, it's all out of the act of all with the intention of submitting. You know, as I submit from this physical vessel, from the shit you see, right? And focus on this shit that I see, right? I felt good. Yeah, so I'm currently submitting to myself in order for me to be myself. I have to make some more, just got this out this morning. Okay, love. It's Madison. Maybe we'll do a guest appearance with Madison this morning. Madison. When we... You know, they had those dance videos, right? And I've been seeing the women doing it. But the day I saw some men do it, I didn't even get the chance to see the whole video. I just didn't even know. I was just... The excitement to know that men do it. Was exciting enough. Didn't even know that was something that happened. Didn't even know that was even a thing to even be excited about. But I was. Damn. Can we set a call this week? I need to talk to my brother, Ryan Lucas. All right. Can we arrange a call this week, Master Shep? Can we arrange a call? Morning, baby. Madison called me. Morning, baby. Myself doing a video blog. I have this new TV show called Submitting to Algebra. And it's just like a documentary of my life. So currently just documenting it. You excited about your trip, baby? Sugar plum. Sugar pie, honey bun. Don't you know that I love you? Have you talked to Jaden, baby? Give him and Mama Marissa a call. They lost their grandmother. Give Jaden and Mama Marissa a call. They lost their grandmother 2 days ago. Well, you know Grandma Lois Jean passed away, right? Yes. Alright, so her father grandmother passed away. And you know there's been a lot of people in the past year. It's been her father, her grandmother, now his mother. So definitely give them some love. Love is important, and it moves things. It changes things. It makes a freaking difference. So be sure to do that, baby. You know what? It's about to be a wrap. No worries. Where you what time does the train come? I don't like it when I can't reach my daughter, like when we talking but we can't talk, like when we trying to be together but we can't be together. I accept technology, but I be wanting to be together. Baby? Baby? No worries. Get yourself together. Just text me. We can try to talk on FaceTime later. Okay. You look beautiful, though. Your face is absolutely amazing. I love you, baby. Mwah. Thank you for the sugar. That is sugar. That is sugar. Sugar pie, honey bunch. Ain't that something? Think about people, you text those people, and they be like, yo, yeah, we can meet. I'm actually flying into town. Word. Come here. The whole world fell in my lap yesterday. You know, so That's what this gratitude is. Um, Abundance is a beautiful thing, but to be a recipient of abundance is something even better. You know, we speak about abundance, and sometimes abundance is something that's far away. It's something that we don't feel like is happening right now. Um, Abundance also, we sometimes don't even feel like it's something that happens in our lives. So it's something that's outside of us. So when you hear this word abundance and you hear about abundant life or abundant living, and you even hear that you yourself are abundant, and you have an opportunity to receive. So abundance is not something no longer that you look on the outside. Abundance is not something no longer that only Oprah throws out to her audience, but abundance is something that can knocks on your door, um, and presents itself so lovingly in your arms, and you see it. But profound is when abundance keeps coming. So you think the door closes, but it doesn't, because abundance keeps coming in. So you can't even close the door because it's busting open wide. With that good abundance. Yeah. And to receive it and to see it coming and just say thank you. Not question it, right? Because what happens is we spend time questioning the abundance, not sure why the abundance is arriving. So we question the abundance, not sure if we are deserving of the abundance or if we did something. Like, what did I do to deserve this? No questions. No questions. You simply say thank you, extending yourself in the humility of gratitude. And I receive. That's how I receive my abundance. With humility, I say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I receive. For I'm no longer thinking about receiving. No thought, but thank you. Just thank you. Ooh, I receive. Thank you. Thank you. And receive. Welcome that abundance in. Let it trickle down on you. Yesterday goes down in the books as a recorded day in history where the abundance reigned. I'm gonna have to go back and look at my notes because I might have even wrote this down yesterday. The presence of abundance and abundance reigning. So let me look, because I just wrote something recently about abundance and the reign of abundance and receiving the reign of abundance and being a recipient of the reign of abundance and not running from the reign, but being comfortable walking in the reign of abundance. And as I sit here now, recounting my day of yes today, I I realized that I might have wrote it. I might have spoke it and received it. So we're gonna get a good turnaround time because yesterday the whole world opened up and rained. Um, yeah, it must have been Wednesday when I heard the story. Even Wednesday, yesterday was Thursday. Even Wednesday, I wrote, I deserve to be full right now and do whatever you do when you're full. Like sleep and wake up abundantly happy and then eat again. Ashe, reminders of love. Don't stare at your blessings, touch it so you know it's real. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Uh, all my friends are in high places, that's why I keep my head up. I ain't stuck up. But all my friends are in high places. I gotta talk to my friends, right? So I gotta walk with my back tall, my back straight, my head up high, because all my friends are in high places. Yes, to the friends in high places. I wish to find this comment about abundance. Tuesday. It will come. Oh, it came. Thank you. Just generous rain showers Wednesday at 12:14 p.m. as I was traveling through the energy of Bellwood, Virginia. Generous rain showers. And it's raining today on Oshun's Day. And it's very warm. Generous. Permission to rest. Huh. When you connect everything that goes on in your soul and the universe and you realize how you are at one with it. Yeah. Thank you. I receive. Yes, that thank you I receive business. The business of being thankful and receiving. Put this good phone on the charger. There you go. I see you. You working it out. You got it. Generous rain, showers, generous rain, showers, 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 generous rain, showers, generous. Generosity. I share. You know, when you speak about somebody being a generous, you know, I come from the old school hoe generation. You know what I mean? Them old school hoes. Them old school hoes be looking for them old school fools that's gonna finance some old school hoes, right? So they look for those individuals that are generous. So those who walk in the abundance of generosity and are looking to give it away freely, right? Generosity is me. So generous people don't make room to think. They follow their hearts and therefore it rains. Showers. Generous rain. Showers. Yeah. Yeah. Generous rain showers. Honor yourself in today. I need to cancel my 2 o'clock as much as I want my 2 o'clock. Hey, can you send me a Spotify info, please? I messed up some, but it's still lit. I just sent it, baby. I resent it a few weeks ago. I resent it. I thought I resent it a few weeks. I did. Long ago. But you know, thinking doesn't count. We think we do a lot of stuff. So let me be accurate for my baby. Because I be wanting to do the right thing for my baby. What login? Spotify. Council Apple Music. What login? Do you have our text history review? Give me a call, find out. Hey, love these pics. I didn't. We'll grab my laptop, baby. And get it to you. Can't have the babies waiting. You know, the babies come, they're born. The changes and the savers, these little magical creations that are born to get us right, right? So if your baby is born to get you right, and your baby doesn't ask for much, and when your baby do ask for something, you put them on that pause, that hold on, baby, I'm gonna get it to you, and you forget. When you're reminded of it, you better do it. Get those babies what they want. They don't ask for much. Not when they just talking. When they talking, you don't listen. You can filter the talk. They babies. But when you hear them ask, and you can identify something that they ask that feeds their soul and is going to nourish you. So don't sleep because you're so busy trying to be in the principle of being daddy or mama. Listen to these babies. Listen to these babies. I listen to my baby. Baby got me here. I listen to my baby. Sure enough, listen to. I'm hungry. Who taking me to lunch today? Like real talk status. I am hungry. I am hungry. Who is treating me to lunch today? Let me know when to be ready. And don't just look at this. Don't just like the post. Damn it if you ain't gonna feed me. I'm hungry. Who's treating me to lunch today? Let me know when to be ready. Third, 9th, and 19th emojis are half on the table go for you. Oh goodness. Ain't rolled my J. Ain't got my laptop, trying to relax myself, right? Because I signed a permission slip today, y'all. I've been procrastinating. You know how the child come home and it's a school trip. You know, but the child kind of been acting up. But maybe not the child hasn't been acting up, but the child hasn't quite done what it is that you told them to do. So yes, it's a trip. Haha, shit. And you be thinking like, you know what? Babe, you can't go on this trip until you get this stuff together. So we're gonna see. And here it is Friday, and here it is the bus about to pull off, and you know your parent finally gets that permission slips ready and says you can go. You do not have to stay behind. You can go with your classmates on that trip. And today I signed the permission slip. Even if it's at last minute, it was signed. Even if it came in the final hour, it was signed. You know, so don't get caught up in the delay. Get caught up in the receiving. Receptibility, receptiveness, receptibility. You know, I'll be making up languages and stuff, but whatever that frequency and how it vibrates with you, get caught up in that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So today, I signed the permission slip. I acknowledge and I give thanks for the majesty of which was my yes today, and I accept it. So as I look to reflect in it, I realize that I've earned a moment of whatever, relaxation. I earned it. I deserve it. It's mine. I earned it. I deserve it. It's mine. I earned it. I deserve it. It's mine. I earned it, I deserve it, it's mine. I earned it, I deserve it, it's mine. So, I signed a permission slip because I earned a chance to be easy on myself. I earned that opportunity. I've done enough great things that I've earned the opportunity to experience ease for myself. I've earned the opportunity to relax with myself. I earned that shit and I fucking do deserve it. And I ain't even putting a time on it. You know, sometimes we put times on things, right? And we put a time on it. We forget just when we put a time on it, it prevents us from receiving it because we're already preparing for the expiration date. So even though we're in it, but we're also aware of how long we have to be in it. So we're paying attention to the time of that expiration date. So we say we're present. We say that we're receiving everything that the present moment has to offer, but we're waiting to expire. So no. Instead of planning your future and how you're going to feel every minute, every second, every hour in your future, how about you just give yourself permission to be there? And if it takes this long, it takes this long. If it takes that long, it takes this long. But permission to be there. So therefore, you have time to be there. Therefore, you're not critical of yourself when you're there. Therefore, you give yourself permission to make a mistake. A mistake is forgiven, and you get up and get it done again. You know, you have permission to make a mistake. A mistake is forgiven, and you get up and you do it again. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with giving yourself that permission to make mistakes. There's nothing wrong with a mistake, period. What is a mistake? A mistake is whatever you dare to make it up to be. A mistake is also what you fear it to be. A mistake is also what you fear that those on the outside of you, think it to be. But I don't have no mistakes, honey. In my life, I got unlimited practice sheets, unlimited practice questions. Way before the quiz even starts. And even if I fuck up on the quiz ain't the test. And even when the test arrives, it comes and shows up at my doorstep, I get 2 practice questions. So baby, why am I fearing? And even if I am questioning, because sometimes I move into a space, and in that space, I move into my head. You know, I'm clear. I'm familiar with self. I own my shit. I see my shit. I'm familiar with it, so I own my shit, right? So even if the test is put in front of me, and the thought of the test triggers what I remember to be anxiety, and I wonder, how can we finish this test accurately? And here you go. You see those 2 practice questions at the top. You know, you're looking at those 2 practice questions and you're reading them because, you know, they say don't read ahead, but you read ahead anyway. You know how ahead it is. Okay. You read ahead anyway. Sometimes you don't have to read ahead. You know ahead, so you know what it is because you done dreamed the shit. You know what I mean? So these 2 practice questions on the top of this quiz, and you're about to get your number 2 pencil to fill the little Scantron sheet, and you got the 2 practice questions at the top. And before you, yourself, give yourself time to answer those 2 questions yourself, there goes the administrator of the test. With such a beautiful voice, the administrator comes and says, we are going to work on these 2 practice questions out loud together. And don't forget your scrap sheet of paper, because mistakes can happen, and therefore mistakes are forgiven. But we, before we get on this test, gonna work it out together. And the beautiful part too, even if you don't fucking pass the test, did you know there's such a thing called a do-over? That life gives you a do-over, that you have the opportunity to do it over fucking again until you fucking get it right. So don't seek perfection, and don't give yourself anxiety on trying to get it right on the first try. Like, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? God did not get it right on the first try. You know? Nor did God seek to get it right, you know? So sometimes we're so caught up in our things. I share. Sometimes we're so caught up in our things and our own mess, you know what I mean, that we don't even realize what our own mess is, right? So this God thing, right? God didn't make mistakes. Um, take that back. God make mistakes and didn't seek perfection, right? So our heads, right? Especially us creatives. Shouts out to creatives that God is creation, creation is of God. So if you're creative, you are putting your God force out there. You're channeling the messages and energies of God to present it to the world. You creative, you. That's what you be doing as a creator, right? So when we create, we begin to think. Nothing wrong with thinking at all, right? But we be getting lost in the thought, right? So we're gonna speak about the story of the Bible, the story of creation. Not even gonna say the story of the Bible, the story of creation, and then from a Christian standpoint of creation, I'm gonna use God. I'm gonna use the Garden of Eden. I share. Not even Jesus. He wasn't even there. We're just gonna use Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. Those vibrations felt so good this morning. I haven't said that name, that vibration in a long time, but just feeling it. I heard the audible, so I say thank you, I receive. God it's funny, I wanted to say God had a blank canvas, but the canvas wasn't so blank. Because God came here to this earth and asked permission from the water for his land to grow here and for him to create on that very land. So God came to a space that was occupied. But he realized him being the beautiful builder, the beautiful architect that he is, that he humbled himself to the water, found in submission in the water, and he asked the water permission for his land to grow. And as a result, says as a result, the everything, the land, permission was granted. I say she loved him and she saw the God in him, and she gave permission for him to make her earth his playground. I say so God gets now he got permission. Word. So I finally got this contract. I finally got this deal. They're gonna let me do what I want to do, right? And then he started thinking, so he built some trees, he built some fishes, he built animals, he's building all this. The stuff is just looking lit, because when we get caught up in our creation shit just be lit. We just be like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? So boom, that, boom, that, boom, that, boom, that, and everything is just coming like boom. And then he also, God goes outside and plays in the dirt. And the dirt was his, so he trusted his dirt. He even trusted what would be created, what will become of his dirt, And as a result, I'm planting the dirt, let it get water, and I'm planting mud, I'm building some stuff, and man is born. Man is built, breathes, breath of life. Man is formed, man is born. And man walks around happy because God was lit. So you know how it is when you be in the space of your favorite artist, your favorite creative, and it just be like lit shit everywhere. It just be lit. It just be lit. It just be lit, just be lit, just be lit. So Adam was just lit. Here I am in this universe. Here I'm in this world. Everything just seems so lit. Seems so awesome, right? Hey, everything just seems the way that it's supposed to be. But then all of a sudden, Adam looked around and found himself lonely. Because he realized that everyone had a mate. Everyone had something that was familiar. Everyone had a reflection. Everyone had a mirror. But there was nothing there that reflected his essence. Though everything was made from one, everything, all is one, same source, there was nothing that reflected. And even though all of us are one, sometimes it's important to be in a space of something that looks like you, that resonates like you do, right? So Adam was just like, hey, God, can you come down for a second? The brother needs to holler at you. You know, Adam wasn't afraid to speak to God because God knew Adam's heart. So God knows your heart, and God also knows how you operate. So you can have a real one-to-one conversation. You don't got to be like, oh, God, it seems like you, maybe, the birds, there's two of them. And God, yeah, and the trees, there's multiple. And the fish, they got multiple. But God, maybe, yeah. No. That wasn't how it went. He was like, hey, God, let me holler at you, bro. Because it appears that you have made a mistake. You claim you love me, right? You claim you love me, you want to give me everything you have, right? But you set me down on this land, and I don't got nobody to share it with. Because I am a God modeled after my Father's own heart. And because I be that heart thing, that heart business, and then this brother wants to share his time and his space with someone who appreciates and deserves and is of his race, of his kind. Race, kind, get it, dig it. Don't think about it from an earthly perspective, because that means you lost it. Alright, so God at that time, when somebody was looking him all up in his eyes, saying that you made a mistake. You didn't do some shit right. God simply looked around and was just like, oh shit. You so happen to be right. Because I was so busy and caught up in my creation and wanting to get things done the right way that I forgot some shit. Permission to forget some shit. Permission to make mistake. I forgot some shit, and it looks like I did leave you out here all abandoned. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Put it in the forefront of my awareness. So, since there's no such thing as a mistake, boom. There you go. You got you a mate. Dust his shoulders off and continued his ascension into higher heights. He didn't worry. Didn't think twice. Didn't feel judged. Didn't feel talked about. Didn't go back to heaven and say, oh my goodness, I made a mistake in front of somebody. The very person I love the most, the one that I want to give everything to, and I want everyone in the whole world just to know how much I love this being. I messed up and they witnessed my mistake. God didn't say, oh my goodness, I'm not a good God. I'm not a perfect God. I'm not a God who just can't do it right. I should just throw the whole earth away. Even when the very thing that he created, that he loved the most, that he gave everything to, he gave dominion to, fucked up, God, been from the hard kind, still loved, and didn't even look at it as a fuck up. So why are you looking at you like a fuck up? Baby, you ain't no fuck up. You have permission to mess up over and over and over again. So go out there and fuck it up. Shit. How else you gonna get it right? If there's even a right to get it to. Sometimes you just gotta go left. Yeah. Ashe. This has been a dynamic episode of Submitting Algebra. I'm so happy that I sat my ass down and submitted. Because I was about to be on some fuck shit my damn self. It even my own fuck shit. It's forgiven. Peace.